Humboldt State University, home of higher education, beautiful redwood trees, and lots of underage drinking. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, 4 out of 5 college students regularly consume alcohol, and half of those who do have a tendency to binge drink. Some would say this is a nationwide problem, while others would say it's a natural part of the college experience. In order to see how this issue affects minors at Humboldt State, I asked some younger students how often they drink.
Being a freshman in college with minimal responsibilities, probably 2-3 times a week.
Just on the weekends, yeah.
Weekly, weekends.
Most students also report that they started drinking before they entered college.
Drinking, but I've been exposed to alcohol for religious purposes and holidays and such since I was a child. So
It's probably like 5 years old, and I got like wine at dinner.
I had my first drinks when I was a little kid. I lived in France, so it was kind of more of a common thing there.
Well, it's not legal for these students to purchase alcohol. Fake IDs and techniques such as the "Hey Mister" make for relatively easy access to beer and liquor. A source who chose to stay unnamed told me a little bit about how he got his fake ID and how he uses it.
Don't remember the website, but it was like with a big group of people, and we all bought them like on this super sketch website. I stay away from local liquor stores. I usually try to do like CVS. I actually use them more at bars and clubs.
If you don't have a fake ID, there is always the "Hey Mister" technique.
Go find some guy who looks like he could use a couple bucks and just be like, you want to make some money? You know, help a friend out. I don't know, usually goes pretty well.
Out of the students I interviewed, one has faced legal consequences due to drinking. However, most have seen other types of trouble arise from alcohol consumption.
When we got pulled over, we were also smoking, so there was smoke in the car. So he was going to search it anyway, and we're like, all right, we have alcohol in here. So he searched the car and found all our stuff. I got an MIP, minor in possession, and then the use of a false identification.
I've never really gotten into trouble. Like, you know, if you're at a party and there's a fight going down, like maybe that kind of trouble.
Some students choose not to drink because of the way they've seen others behave under the influence of alcohol.
I've seen like the brutal kind of like you get into that tough guy mentality and you start wanting to fight people. I've seen the kind of like I'm too crazy to stand up and just falling on the ground. Or it's a situation where you gotta put a helmet on somebody because they just knocking their head everywhere.
Humboldt State does make efforts to prevent drinking-related incidents, but seems to turn a blind eye to the issue when students aren't a risk to themselves or others.
And for the most part, if people weren't going to dangle a bottle in front of me or anything like that, I kind of had the morals of like, I'm not out to bust people, that's not why I was hired. And so I didn't go looking for it, and if they weren't causing harm and they were like on their way to bed, I wasn't going to disrupt their night.
Underage drinking is definitely an issue at Humboldt State University. Some would tell you it's a problem, while others would say it's a normal part of college life. This is Dillon Casey reporting for Lumberjack News.